What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Queen Sugar. Girl, this season what? Season 7, episode 7, Our Senses Restored, okay? I have so many feelings about this episode because some things that happened, I was just like, oh my goodness. Now, see, let's just go ahead and get into it. We got Micah and Ralph. They're walking. Ralph went to go pick up Micah. Micah was out there in LA doing big stuff, having big fun. You know what I'm saying? I said, Now, see, Micah, I hope you learned your lesson. Okay, I really hope you learned your lesson because, at this point, Ralph is like, how come you ain't talk to Nova? How come you ain't get Nova to pick you up? Micah ain't ready to listen to what Nova got to say because Nova has been in the place that he's been or he's at right now, betraying the family for her own benefit. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what Micah just did to his parents, all right? And so he hasn't spoken to them. Everybody knows what's going on because even Ralph said, oh yeah, I seen the GIF, the NFT and everything. I said, yeah, we all didn't think the shit, right? Because, it's just everywhere. And I'm pretty sure Charlie done told them and, she's just in her feelings, of course. But at one point in time, I think he got a notification saying something was going on with his little credit card, right? So he get on the phone, he calls Zane, and he like, bruh, what the fuck is going on? How come it's saying that my card is maxed out? Y'all on planes and y'all buying this up and you ain't paying the bill? What the hell is happening? Zane giving some half-ass story about he don't know whatever. That's what I'm inferring. And next thing you know, Micah trying to say, you can't be doing this, you can't do this and whatever. Zane. Girl, why Zane hang up on his ass? I said, baby, Zane just played you. Zane just fucking played you. Okay? That's literally what this whole situation been about. Zane and his own self. His own self, I should say. Zane really used him to get into where he needed to go, where he wanted to be, and get his company to a level where he wanted it to be at, and drained him dry for the moment. Okay? Used all of that shit and, took it from him. That's what it seemed like. He played Micah. He used Micah at this point. And I just hope he learns his lesson, or I feel like he's still finna find out some stuff. I just feel it. Meanwhile, you got a storm that's about to come to Louisiana. Okay. To the parish. It's a little hurricane or whatever. Everybody's getting ready for it. Vi up in the diner, she's talking to Joaquin. Joaquin is just a little nervous and a little bit on edge because all this stuff that's going on with his parents. His mother has been deported. His father has been, I think he's taken in custody or something like that. And he's like, what is going to happen when they get out and when they get together? Are they going to be able to be together? Is one coming out and one not, or both of them? Will both of them be able to find a job? Will only one be able to find a job? Where are we going to stay? What's going to happen? Are they going to want each other after this or whatever? And Vi had to calm his nerves and basically said, why waste your time worrying? It takes up too much energy to worry about something that you cannot control. But at the end of the day, you should know that you are going to be okay. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what the consequence, no matter what the solution is, you are going to be okay. All right? I love me some Vi. Vi be coming in with the words sometimes. She can be a little annoying when she get into her little self-righteous mode. But, she can have her time that she really be on that shit, okay? She's very confident. And I feel like Vi is really true like a good auntie. Because, sometimes you got that auntie that, girl, you'll go to for advice all the freaking time. But, sometimes she'll put her finger up in your business a little bit. And you ain't asked her to. I did not ask that. But most of the time, it's because you need to. Even though you didn't ask, you need it. You need it. Meanwhile, she trying to check on Nova. Well, before that, bitch, Hollywood had checked on, whatchamacallit. What is her name? I'm just talking about her back. talking about Vi, seeing that she good. You know, you got everything that you need. You got the sandbags, you got this. She was like, damn, I gotta get the sandbag. Listen, she was like, we done been through all these hurricanes. I don't know why y'all acting like this or whatever. I said, girl, ain't nothing, bitch, we don't take this shit lightly. We gotta get the hell up out of here. Baby, I could not live down there. I'm so sorry. I am so paranoid, okay, girl. It just wouldn't be me. They was a little bit too kind for me, okay? And they so seasoned, they like, bitch, we can go through this in our sleep. I said, I mean, y'all can, but I can't, okay? I can't sleep through shit like that. You know, I had to already be asleep when it happened, okay? When it starts up, because if it starts up when I'm awake, oh, I'm going to stay awake the whole time, okay? I don't play with thunderstorms. I don't play with lightning storms. I don't play with none of that shit. Meanwhile, especially in the summertime, hell no. You know, she got to get that ready. Meanwhile, Hollywood over there talking to Dante. Dante looking out the window trying to hide his hand. Dante been getting in trouble, okay? So what I'm gathering is the kids is over there bullying Mr. Dante. And Dante had to whoop some ass, all right? You know, Knuckles all bruised up and everything. And I was like, damn. Hollywood said, I thought I told you about that. He said, I did what you wanted me to do. I tried to be like Bruce Lee and, you know, let it flow like water or some shit like that. And that just didn't work, okay? You know, so he had to tell him what that analogy meant, you know, and then start talking about Richard Pryor. I love Hollywood and the way that he is with this boy, okay? Again, I will say he would be a good father. And on the one hand, I like where they're taking his character, and they have taken his character throughout these seasons. But on the other hand, I feel like Hollywood missed out on having an actual child of his own. I do, because he would have been a good parent. He would have been a good biological parent, okay? Meanwhile, you know, he gonna let him see some Hollywood, what is it, Richard Pryor comedy specials or whatever. And while they up in there looking at it, Joaquin, because, you know, Vi is already home now. Joaquin up in there panicking. He don't like the storms. He don't like the rain. He don't like none of that shit. And I'm sitting here like, the only one that was acting the way that I would have been acting, and I expect everybody to be acting, is Joaquin, bitch. I'm about to pass the fuck out, okay? This is a little bit, wait a minute, how y'all sitting here and y'all just calm, laughing at the screen and everything? No, do you not see and hear what's going on outside? Boom. No, I ain't got time for that. Girl, Joaquin had a panic attack. Vi had to come over there and just say, breathe, boy. Breathe, okay? You know, they are so good with these kids. And the way you can tell a person has a really good spirit when children of all ages take to them automatically. And we've seen that with Vi in Hollywood. No matter what the age is, they took to him. Meanwhile, you got Sandy going over there. Well, I should say Billy going over there to Sandy place because her daddy is out of town visiting a friend, and Sandy there by herself. And not only that, he had called Benny to come over there to make sure everything to be okay, make sure the generators are working or whatever, just in case the power go out and all that stuff. I said, oh, not Mr. Benny from the barn that Billy keep on, you know, swerving and curving and shit. But he came over there. They was just looking at each other. Miss Sandy had caught on to it. She was like, you sweet on him, ain't you? She was like, I mean, just a little bit. I said, why don't y'all just go ahead and be B&B, okay? B&B, sitting in a tree, kissing, K-I-S-N-G, okay? That ain't how you spell it, but baby, y'all know what I'm saying, all right? But anyway, I like the scene with Sandy. Sandy is just, you know, she's a calm figure. She's like an older Vi, a wiser Vi, sweeter, grandmotherly figure for me, you know, telling all the stories that she's been through, you know. Billy was like, how can you stay calm throughout all this? And she said, just hear the rain and close your eyes and hear the rain. And, you know, this is when Billy was like, my mom used to do the same thing, but I wish she cared enough about me, you know, like she did other things, because if she would have listened to me when I told her what was going on about Billy Dale or Jimmy Dale, whatever, maybe that would have made me stay. I could have stayed down here, but my mama wasn't attentive like that, you know. And Sandy was basically like, you can't look into the past right now. Like, stuff happened. We gotta move forward. You know, she was just there giving her a little bit of comfort. And I was here for it. You know, I'm saying all of this positive stuff before I get into the negative, okay? Before I get into what I consider the negative of it all, you know? Meanwhile, Dorla is over there at the crib, right? She was calling Ralph to make sure everything is good, okay? Because Ralph asked, he driving, and he drove past the farm, okay? And he was like, look at them, didn't even put the goddamn, didn't board the house up right. So he gets out with Micah. Micah was like, what you doing? He was like, I'm trying to save the house or whatever. He was like, we got to get home. He said, this is my home. I said, oops. You better correct the kids, Mr. Ralphie. And so, you know, he boarded up the house a little bit. What he did was literally just put one nail in the window board. That's it. That's it. And went inside like a squatter. I said, now, why is this door open? Y'all ain't changed the locks on this shit so he can't get up in there. Y'all ain't take the keys. I said, what is happening? Mind you, to be frank, I still got the keys to my old place. I'm pretty sure they're gonna change the locks, and they probably changed the locks already. But I was like, how he get up in that house? Okay, girl, he said, Micah, come on up in here because we're gonna sit it out in here before the storm let this storm pass a little bit. All right, because I ain't finna drive up in that mess. I said, that's kind of smart, but you also doing some illegal shit right about now. But okay, you know, and everything was going cool, going copacetic, you know. Micah looking through the door and everything, and oh my God, look at this. It was a little chart up there, you know, showing the heights and stuff. And then Ralph was like, yeah, it's been a minute since I've been up here. I've been I wanted to come back here by the time True turned her first birthday, but we see how that shit's going so far. Meanwhile, Darla over there calling him, making sure he's safe and everything, you know, FaceTiming him. She FaceTiming him from the door, from the house and everything. But before that, bitch, why the fuck she called him and he didn't answer the phone, right? She left a cute little message like, I'm proud of you and everything. Like, yeah, give your man encouragement. He doing what he gotta do or whatever for the family. Y'all trying to play off of each other, trying to keep each other positive. I like that. So then the phone rings right after she hangs up, and she was like, damn, you got the message that quick? And it was like, no, this ain't Ralph. This Chase. And no, he was like, no, I ain't get the messages. That's what I'm calling for. I ain't getting none of the messages. I said, excuse the fuck out of me. Baby Chase keep on calling her. She said, listen, at first she was about to hang up, but then she put that phone back up there. She said, what the fuck you want? First of all, you need to just fucking stop calling me. Don't call this number no goddamn more, because if you do, it's gonna be your ass. That's what it is. Click. I said, darling, you handled that a little bit better than the last time. Okay, but next time, just block that bitch, okay? And I know he probably gonna find another number to call you like a little damn stalker because he got a guilty ass conscience. And let me tell you something. If a motherfucker know that they ain't do shit, and if they got the proof that they ain't do shit, and they just know that they this outstanding person, they will not be going through all the shit that Chase is doing. Chase is literally doing something the way that a person who is very much guilty and can be put on blast for, and it can be proven true, is doing. Because why are we stalking this girl? And if you got that much of an issue, why not come down? I ain't gonna say why not come down, because that's exactly what happened. Well, since we on here, let's just go there. Because all I'm gonna say is, we don't open doors for strangers. I don't give a fuck if it's raining. I'm sorry, see, we live in a world these days. Now, I was talking about this in another video. We live in a world that is totally different from how it was back in the day. And I'm talking about 30 years ago, maybe 40, okay? Where they had unlocked doors, okay? Where certain neighborhoods had unlocked doors, and you know, you can hitchhike, and you know, somebody needs some help, you let them in, let them use your phone in the house or whatever without fear of anything happening. Somebody need a little bit of shelter from the rain, you let them come in. Baby, we don't live in those times no more, okay? We don't live in those times no more, because bitch, you can't trust no goddamn body. You need to use the phone, you better go find the nearest payphone. I don't know if they still got them, but bitch, you better walk down to a gas station and use a phone. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. You let somebody use your cell phone right about now that you don't know, that bitch probably will run off with your shit. Okay, and you know people whole lives be up in the goddamn cell phone, you know. You let somebody come up in your house, baby, they try to probably chop your body up, okay, after they do other shit. You just don't know these days. And I don't give a damn if the fact that this was a abandoned house at this point where Micah and Ralph was staying at, right? It's their house, okay? It's their farm. And it is the simple fact that somebody came knocking on the door and was like, who is it? Hold on. Who is it? You know, I'm not around here. Is somebody here? Is somebody here? What you want? I was like, I'm not from around his part. I need some help from the shelter, whatever. I need some shelter from the storm and all that stuff. I'm not from around here. As soon as he said that, Ralph antenna stuck up, okay? And I said, they going off, baby. They going off. Sit back down. He said, turn the lights out. I said, oh, okay. Who said that up in the song? Rico Love, turn the lights off. I said, all right, what we about to do? I said, don't let him in, Ralph. Ralph went over there to the door. Who is it? You by yourself. He cracked that bitch. And then as soon as he came in, he was like, yeah, I'm by myself. Imagine he had on a slicker and everything, like a little raincoat slicker and everything. And he comes in, he was like, yeah, got caught up in this stuff, caught up in this rain or whatever. As he was taking his thing off, I looked at that chubby face. I said, bitch. First of all, from that angle, he looked like DJ Academics. And if you don't know who he is, look his Jerry the Mouse looking ass up. I cannot stand that man. That man is so bitch made. And I just don't understand how he got as big as he has and on the platforms that he is on. I just don't understand. Meanwhile, he let him in, right? They wind up having a little conversation. He talking about college. Him and Michael was having a conversation. Oh, shit. Yup, damn. Both of them fell out. Hold on, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Girl, I had to find it because I wasn't finna be searching for them later. They was already giving me trouble, my AirPods. But they was having a little conversation about frat. You know, Micah had tried to join the frat, or did he join the frat? Yeah, he joined the frat, and all of this stuff, and you know. He was asking Ralph, you know, what school he went to. Ralph was like, I ain't go to college. And he was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I mean, college ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't cut out for it. It was just the way that he said it in response to Ralph. It gave very elitist, bougie tease, like, oh, you know what? Maybe everybody can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't for everybody, whatever. It was just real cocky, and I did not like it. It was like he was trying to comfort him then. And I'm sitting here like, at first I'm like, do he know that that's Ralph? Do he know that that's Ralph? And because I don't think Ralph said that that was his place. You know what I'm saying? And so at this moment, I'm like, I'm just thinking, do he know that that's Ralph? Huh. But then as the conversation gets going, you know, he was like, I wish things was like different, you know, like back in the day, you know, because in the day we got like this Me Too movement and all this shit. And the way that he said it, it was like, fuck all this shit. I'm mad that we got this Me Too movement. That is literally how he was saying it, because that's literally how he meant it. Because he goes on to talk about, because even Micah was like, me too, like, you mad about it? What you talking about? He was like, because, you know, back in the day, you just go around and, you know, I miss trying to go to places, and then you pick up a whole bunch of drunk girls and you take them home and all this shit. And the way he was speaking, he was telling on himself that this is a pattern of what he does. You trying to shut up one person, and I just figured it out by listening to him speak. He's admitting that he's a rapist, okay? He's admitting that he preyed on women that's under the influence, that can't give their consent and can't really fight back because they're out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're preying on. And you're up here boasting about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you meant, you know, getting drunk girls, taking them back home or whatever, doing whatever you want to do with them. And I'm sitting here like, you don't even know these guys, and you are telling them this shit like this. And I was sitting here like, do he know that that's Ralph? And if he do, is he saying this shit to taunt him? Like, what's going on? Because I'm like, Darla never told him about Chase. Well, told him the name, I guess, or whatever, you know, but told him the situation that she was raped or whatever and all that shit. And that's how Blue came along. And so at this point, I'm sitting here like, do he know Ralph? Again, I'm questioning because, you know, people that think they got a little bit of power, they can get a little cocky, you know, thinking that, oh, I can put this out here, but you can't do shit to me because you ain't got the resources to do anything to me. I can fuck your life up no matter what I say and do. And that's how he was coming on. So I'm like, did he know that that was Ralph in that particular moment? And so, you know, as he keep on going on, I'm sitting here like, why don't men do that? When it comes to this particular subject, why do y'all brag? And I'm not talking about all of them. I'm talking about people who actually done this. And we've seen this like on TV shows. We've seen this in real life where we hear dudes bragging about, you know, taking advantage of women and everything as if that's a badge of honor. As if that makes them look like somebody to be great or whatever. No, that makes you look weak. It makes you look weak because you have to take advantage of somebody that can't fight, that can't give their consent, instead of getting it from somebody who willingly wants to do something with you, who willingly gives their consent to say, yes, let's have sex and let's do this. That shows that you're weak as fuck. It ain't nothing to be proud of that you got to take something because somebody won't give it to you. You know what I'm saying? And I just said, this don't make no fucking sense. And then he goes on talking about how, I mean, because listen, back in the day, like when I'm down here, it was this one girl, you know, she out in Georgetown or whatever, you know, trying to act like I'm the father of her baby and all this shit. When we all know that she used to fuck everybody up in Georgetown, and now she want to say I'm the father of her kid and all this shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Ralph heard that, and he heard Georgetown and all of that shit. And Ralph, my baby, was on it, because as he was listening to it, he was already putting 1 + 1 was equaling 2 in his ears, okay? And then all of a sudden, 4 + 4 was equaling 8, all right? And then 4 × 4 was equaling 16 up in his ears real quick. And I said, do something, baby. That's he fucking with you. Baby, he said, wait a minute. Who you talking about? And he was like, what you mean? He was like, I'm just talking about somebody. He said, you talking about Darla? That's who you talking about? You talking about Darla? He was like, yo, man, what you talking about? Baby, he was like, Micah said, calm down, Ralph. What's going on? He was like, this the motherfucker that raped Darla. I said, oh, shit. He was like, I did. Before he could get out of it, Ralph went to that motherfucker, and I said, fuck his ass up. Pop his head off. Pop his head off. Because, man, he had that motherfucker pent up. Now, I don't know what that says about me. Like, I'm not particularly into violence like that. But when it comes to a person protecting their family, specifically a man protecting his family or whatever, and they're doing it in defense, literally like they didn't start it, but they defending it and they gonna fucking end it. I don't know, baby. I be here for it. I be sitting here like, girl, all right. I see what you girls be seeing sometimes. I be seeing what you girls be seeing. All right. You know, because I'm sitting here like, Ralph, you don't better get you some ass after this. I mean, because what I said, Ralph, beat his ass. I said, but no. And then I had to take it back. I said, I was with Micah. No, baby, stop, Ralph. Okay, because you might go to jail. This motherfucker is running for Congress, and he is shady as shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh no, I didn't know that it was your girl. I know, I'm just trying to say, I just want to come down here and talk to her. He said, talk to her about what? Talk to her about what? It was like, because, you know, she talked about, I'm some kid or whatever that might be mad and all this shit or whatever. It was like, what you need to talk to, whatever the fuck you need to talk to her about, you can talk to me, okay? And I said, that's how you fucking do it. Ralph fucked that nigga up in that short amount of time and broke out into a sweat like he was doing cardio for 30 fucking minutes nonstop. Okay? Like he was doing the stairs nonstop at triple time speed. I said, babe, calm down a little bit, but I get it. You know? Ooh. And motherfucker, he was scared. So I'm sitting here thinking, oh, he didn't know that that was Ralph. Because I don't think he would have came at him like that. Because the way Ralph almost killed that motherfucker and had to be pulled off by Micah, he couldn't even be pulled off by Micah. Micah had to talk him down. That's what it was. Meanwhile, You know, he was like, you get your ass the fuck up out of here. He said, get the fuck up out of here. I was like, how did he find the number? I told y'all, motherfuckers be finding your number, be finding your address. And it's like, them people that be up in a powerful position, they will find all this shit. And I just want to know how they do it. How do y'all do that shit, okay? Cause bitch, I be trying to find out the number of who be fucking calling me and I ain't never seen the number. And I go on yellowpage.com or whatever it is and reverse lookup and I can't see it. You know, like what y'all be doing? Let a sister know shit. But I said, oh my goodness. When he left, he was like, that's the motherfucker that raped Darla. And I knew she was acting funny ever since she came back from down there. I said, okay, yeah, that's true. He was like, why would she keep that shit from me? I said, now hold on, Ralph. On the one hand, I understand she should have told you what was going on. But on the other hand, and on the more rational side, like Micah said, she was trying to figure that out and figure out how to say it to you without getting you into this state because she did not know what you was going to do. And you did exactly what she thought that you was going to do. And if it wasn't for the fact that Michael was there, you probably would have did a little bit more and you would have went right back to jail. Okay? So at this moment, yeah, ask her why she didn't sell it. But don't come at her so freaking angry because she's really going through it. And he was pissed off because ain't no telling. And like he said, ain't no telling what he gonna do. That motherfucker might come down here trying to get my son. And he ain't taking my son. I said, oh my goodness. But again, Ralph, you got to calm down. And I don't want you to be angry at her. Yes, she should have said something, but it's easier said than done when you're in situations like Darla. Okay? It's easier said than done. It was a reason she didn't say anything. But hey, don't be too mad. I said, oh my goodness. Meanwhile, the other part of this episode that really grinded my gears and made me sick in the stomach. Sick to my stomach. Sick in the head. Nova gets a phone call from Vi before the storm really started kicking up. Vi was checking in on her to make sure everything was good. She got her stuff together because, you know, she a little procrastinator. She said, girl, I always got to worry about your ass. She was like, I got it. Bye. I got it. I'm finna go get the stuff and I'm gonna be all right, okay? Girl, she get off the phone. She opened up her front door. Why the fuck is Calvin on the goddamn porch looking like a sick-ass puppy? I said, take your ass back to jail, sir. I know you ain't really go, but take your ass back to jail, sir. I said, why are we seeing him? And I should have known he was coming because he was in a preview and they're showing all of the characters that been on Queen Sugar for the past 6 seasons, okay? And I was just like, ew, what is this? I said, no, but you better not fuck that man. You better not fuck that man. Now, see, 2 separate episodes, his name then been brought up by 2 prior or previous people that been on the show. Chantel and her little weed man. I said, yeah, it's about time that he showed his ass up. And he showed his ass up trying to get the fuck back in. She said, why are you here? And he was like, you know, I was passing through and I was just trying to check and see if you was prepared for the storm. You know, trying to come through and see. I said, bitch, we ain't talked in how long? I ain't hit you up in how long? And just because it's a storm, which I'm pretty sure it was many of other storms that happened in that time that we have not spoken. Now you want to come and see what's going on? Baby, hell no. Nah. She said, I'm good. And then it started getting a little bit bad. He was like, you still want me to come in? Just let me come in and see if you hashed everything down. I said, no, but let that man stand on that porch. Call the cops. Call the cops on his ass, okay? But then again, the cops don't really fuck with Nova. So, you know, get security, get somebody. Close your doors and lock it, because I just wasn't here for it. I said, don't let that man in. She let that man in. I said, God damn, Nova. Now, I know Dominic ain't been back in a minute, but shit, this ain't the way to go. I'd rather you and Billy do some things, even though that ain't on her brain right about now, or you go find the ex-girlfriend to do something, then do something with goddamn Calvin, okay? I mean, that man came up in there and was pouring his heart out, puppy dog eyes, trying to make her feel bad. Did you miss me? She was like, girl, what the fuck you doing here? He was like, I can't let you go. I've been thinking about you. You ain't talked to me. You ain't wrote me. You ain't said nothing to me. And she was like, okay, and baby, when we was done, we is done. She said, listen, we ain't supposed to be together. We may love each other, whatever, but we ain't supposed to be together. We tried to work, and it just ain't happen. All the times that some shit happen, and then we leave each other, and then we come back, it don't work out, okay? We tried it. We got to get off this motherfucking merry-go-round, okay? He was like, I read your book every day. I read it over and over again. I said, obsessed much? No, all right. You know, don't tell me no shit like that. Meanwhile, I'm going to ask her. He was like, and I miss you so much. Do you miss me? Girl, before she could answer, the power go off. I said, oh, shit. No, ma'am. Don't do this. Don't do this. And, of course, Nova said, yeah, I missed you. And I said, oh, my God. Baby, at one point, they was all up in each other's face like they was about to kiss. I said, Nova, you finna fuck that man. Please don't. Pull your panties back to the side, front and center. And let them soak up whatever it is that's going on between your legs. Dry that shit up, okay? Think about dirt, bitch. Think about, and I hate to say it, think about police brutality and soak it all up, okay? Let it get so fucking dry. Because he did say at one point, if I told you on our first date what I did when I was a rookie on the force, would we have went out together? She said no. And he said, well, shit, bitch, I'm glad that I didn't say anything because I wouldn't have been able to get with you. I said, wow. He was like, I be having these dreams every day about us growing old together. I said, bitch, that's your fault. That's your dream. It's not mine. It takes two, okay? And this one right here, Nova, I'm so proud of you, girl. First of all, I'm mad at you for letting that motherfucker in. But I'm proud of you at the same time because you showed resistance and you showed that you are over him. Because at one particular point, Calvin was that girl's crip the fucking night. And I just did not like it. In like the first episode, I believe, on the first season, when y'all remember when Nova was sitting out that man's house looking at him while he was up in there playing house with his own family? She's sitting up in the car like this. I said, girl, you crying over this man? Take your ass home. You want to be a glorified side chick? Girl, get the hell up out of here. I said, Nova, have some respect for yourself. I said, don't sleep with that man. Don't sleep with that man. She didn't sleep with him. She didn't sleep with him. I said, Calvin, please get the hell on. Please get the hell on. And the storm, they rolled out the storm and everything was good. Baby, I'm just really, really worried about what this motherfucker Chase is going to do. Because after this, I just don't know what's going to happen. And you know, he did say he has a wife and a kid. But still, what is going on? Girl, that was Queen Sugar. If I missed anything, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Y'all put it down in the comments. And I will see you guys later. Peace.